So, well, that escalated quite quickly, didn't it? So, how's your Saturday night? Yes, Marvel's Hall H panel was tonight in San Diego for San Diego Comic-Con 2024, and it is really sad to see another year come and go as quickly as it did, but it's been a good time. And with that, Saturday is always, except for last year, right? Were they here last year? No, they weren't, huh? They weren't. So usually Saturdays is the Marvel panel, which is now the largest panel to go to, except for the Deadpool and Wolverine one, I guess. But that was Marvel too, so yeah. Not to put down any other panels, of course, this is just the one that everyone tries to get into. And we were really curious, what was this going to be? Were they going to stick around with Jonathan Majors, Kang? Are they going to recast Kang? Now with Deadpool and Wolverine, were they going to bring in the X-Men? Is it going to be Avengers versus X-Men? Is Daredevil going to show up? Spoilers, no. But we have all the notes here for you, courtesy of the fine people who were in the room where it happened. But we have the write-up here from Superhero Hype. So shout out to Superhero Hype by Luke Y. Thompson. Never seen you before, but thank you so much for the information, and I hope you're doing well and hope you enjoyed the panel. Dick. So I'm not going to read it word for word, but I'm kind of just going to go through the cliff notes of what happened. First off, they kind of celebrate Deadpool and Wolverine with a bunch of Deadpool variants dancing to Like a Prayer. So it sounds like a fun time, fun way to start off the panel, I guess. And of course, Feige and Marvel Studios get to kind of celebrate it being, quote unquote, the largest R-rated opening of all time. So congrats to them for that. If you want my thoughts on Deadpool and Wolverine, you can watch my review from this very hotel room last night here, and I would greatly appreciate it. And let me know your thoughts as well on Deadpool and Wolverine once you saw it. By the way, it is full spoilers. Okay, so on to the newer stuff. We are then treated to some information on Captain America Brave New World, which is coming out early next year in February. So they got Tim Blake Nelson, Danny Ramirez, Giancarlo Esposito, and Anthony Mackie on stage. I heard about a little bit of jokes about Mackie talking about Tom Holland, how finally Mackie has his own movie, and supposedly now he does, but Tom Holland is still 5'11". Is Tom Holland really 5'11"? It's taller than me. Anyways, Feige says the movie is a return to the grounded level of The Winter Soldier. As if you couldn't tell that from the trailer, they're really pushing for that realism, that kind of thing. Mackie says Sam is surrounded by a good group of characters who help him. He's more of a cerebral character, sans superhero serum, which is going to be something new that we see, He is going against some superhuman people, I guess, but he has no superpowers whatsoever. Is that even exciting? He has skill, but can he carry an entire movie? That is what we don't know yet, and that's what we're going to see in February. And I'm definitely sure he's going to smirk the whole time. Nelson says he can't say much about the leader, so the leader is in it. Feige says he proves no little tag is left behind. Oh, so like no little tag. Oh, okay, so I get it. So no little tag from any other movie is left behind after this one. So finally, the leader is coming into the play almost 20 years after he was introduced in Incredible Hulk with Edward Norton. Ramirez says he feels at home in the skies as the new Falcon. So Ramirez, his buddy, the guy who plays the character of his buddy, he's the new Falcon, and then Falcon is now the new Captain America. So makes fun of Mackie, saying he thought the wings came with knee braces because they're so old. Okay. Esposito is playing Sidewinder of the Serpent Society. Now, I've already seen some people online that are not happy with that because Giancarlo has been saying some stuff online and he's like been really stoked. And everyone's kind of like, you're playing that character though? We're gonna see how his turn as Sidewinder would be. I am not too knowledgeable on the Serpent Society, so let me know down in the comments below if there are any trades or stories that I can pick up to gain a larger knowledge of them. And so then they saw a exclusive scene. The scene is President Ross is making a presentation about the giant Celestial. So Tiamut is finally being addressed ever since the Eternals. And now they've discovered a new element from the Celestial, adamantium. Now he wants Sam to reforge the Avengers, and Sam is skeptical, naturally, since him and Ross really don't have any good blood between each other. The new trailer follows with more aerial action. Sam and Ross find themselves at odds again. Falcon and Sam flying, and finally Ross hulking out into Red Hulk. So Harrison Ford came out on the stage, says he would have grown a mustache if they'd asked. He says that he's proud to join the Marvel Universe and building on the work done by Bill Hurt. He wanted a piece of the action seeing so many fine actors in Marvel movies. So it sounds like they're trying to drum up some, goodwill with Marvel Studios, because they have gained a lot of bad will from actors, from Hollywood, from VFX houses, from, the lawsuit with Scarlett Johansson that got dirty. And then you had Sean Levy come out and said it was a dream experience working for Marvel. By the way, they finished photography production like in February of this year. Absolutely bonkers that they can do that quickly. Okay, and then after Captain America Brave New World, by the way, let me know down in the comments below if you're excited for Captain America Brave New World. Why are you excited? And I keep looking at the screen too much. Why are you excited? And are you looking for more of a Deadpool movie, or are you looking for more of a return to form Winter Soldier type? So next we move on to Thunderbolts, which is coming out in May. Now that started production a couple months back. We saw Florence Pugh and others doing some videos online. And then we got the director Jake Schreider, Lewis Pullman, Geraldine Visnawahan, Hannah John Comment. I'm just going to tell you right now that I'm not good at pronouncing names. And we got Wyatt Russell, Julia Louis-Dreyfus, Florence Pugh, Sebastian Stan, and David Harbour in full costume, now with gold highlights. And then there's a little funny bit with David Harbour pretending like he didn't know that nobody else was going to dress up when he's in full-on costume. He said, "Oh my God, you guys didn't dress up? Guys, I sent that email." He mock cries and blames everyone for perceived slights, Stan Laurel style. I don't know what you're saying there, buddy. So it actually turns out that the title of the movie is currently Thunderbolts with an asterisk. Now, they haven't revealed what that asterisk means, probably because it's going to maybe give away something, but that's definitely going to be an addition to the title once they figure that part out. Feige says the name of the team is similar to Thunderbolt Ross, because the comics have a long history and sometimes names are similar. Ross is not in the movie, or so he says for now. So, I don't know. I feel like that I think he's gonna be in there. John Kamen says it's a good to be back, and where they find her is going to be interesting. So I think that's the lady who plays Ghost. I could be wrong. She says Valentina is after power control and just generally wants to kick ass. Russell says everyone is gonna fucking love me. Stan says playing Bucky is like having 9 lives. How many are left, he says. He's been around for a while now. Recalls how he initially terrified to be his first Marvel film, calming himself with the thought that the mask meant he wouldn't have to speak. That's weird. He did speak. I don't know what that means. Harbour discussed the relationship with Pugh's character, that he's a narcissist who's never there for anyone, and she's really good at killing people, which isn't the best dynamic. Pugh introduces some footage by praising the stunt team, as you should. You should praise the stunt team. It's framed with Yelena showing up on Red Guardian's doorstep, talking about an emptiness inside. Parallels with other fallen heroes who've done bad things. Definitely think about Black Widow talking about how much red is in her ledger in the Avengers and other titles. They end up fighting. They end up in a facility together, fighting each other. They then get trapped with heat lamps amping up. They're brought together by Valentina, who looks like she now owns Avengers Tower. So Valentina is Julia Louis-Dreyfus' character, right? Yeah, that's Julia Louis-Dreyfus' character. By the way, there's banging outside. I think that's the Crunchyroll concert that's ending now. So it's currently 10 o'clock. Yay. So yeah, it looks like Valentina, Val, is the person who purchased Avengers Tower. So now we have what's her name? Mrs. Hydra? Miss Hydra? I don't remember her name in the comic books, but she purchased Avengers Tower all that time ago in Spider-Man Homecoming. Good lord, it's been a long time. It's not clear who the villain is, but we see Yelena jumping off a tower and the team in a car driving through the desert as Red Guardian talks too much. Lots of action with faceless baddies. Taskmaster now has a white mask that's more skull-shaped. So maybe we're going to have more comic book influences, but still it's going to be the daughter of the dude who with the red room, if you saw Black Widow. Not sure who did. After that, Matt Shakman comes out to talk Fantastic Four. It's a retro future New York. Will have Sid Mead influence. It's not shooting yet. But he put together a little pre-shoot thing for the show. The official title is The Fantastic Four First Steps. Faux-aged footage shows Reed teaching a cheesy science TV show. Says he can prove multiple dimensions and realities, but who wants to see a big explosion? Lots of the astronauts preparing in blue and white spacesuits, old NASA footage mixed with 60s style chrome rocket with 3 jets, some banter about Johnny being single, silhouette of a thing on a dating show, ends with a giant cosmic style Galactus peeking in a window. It looks like Pedro Pascal may be keeping his mustache. The cast comes out. Quinn says they're all collectively trying to bring a real feeling of family to the film. Kirby says they laugh a lot on set. They quickly excuse themselves to go back and get to the UK to shoot more, or to actually start shooting, I guess. And then there's a Fantastic car live on stage. They actually had a floating Fantastic car floating above a bunch of people. It looks like a retro car, but with no wheels. It flies across the stage, and we have footage of that. And then Feige mentioned the Avengers. The Russo bros are back. They are confirmed to direct with a sizzle reel of their past Marvel moments. They come out to a big Russo rant from the crowd. They say they really believe they were done with Endgame and left them creatively spent. Through a very special story, they found a way to come back. The story that made them fall in love with comics, Secret Wars, which they have talked about on many red carpets before. But there has to be another story. There's one very important character who is required to do it justice. And then, of course, we have the reveal, dun dun dun, of Doom. So a bunch of Doom characters come out on stage. We then see Doom is being played by Robert Downey Jr. He says, "New mask, same task. What can I tell you? I like playing complicated characters." Doomsday is coming out in 2 years' time. And then Secret Wars. The panel then closes out with bye bye bye, and that's it. We still had Thunderbolts footage showing. My bad. It's gonna be a long night. So, what are my thoughts? I'm kind of half and half. There's a part of me that really does want to see Robert Downey Jr. bring a new character into this world, and I know he's going to nail it. He is a great actor. We saw what he can do in Oppenheimer. Dude, can you imagine how much money they had to pull in to do this? Oh my god. The dude just won an Oscar and Golden Globes, didn't he? And this is 2 movies that he's gonna be in. Just 2. So, man, and the Russo bros. I need to pace myself just a second. He's got to show up in Fantastic Four, right? It's very possible, and I can see this, Fantastic Four taking place in a different dimension, introducing us to this variant of Tony Stark, and then somehow him becoming a multiversal threat. So in that universe, maybe he is a part of the experiment with the Fantastic Four, and they don't want to reveal anything, but it is maybe not. Maybe he's just going to be an end credits tag. I don't know what they can do, because they're showing Galactus. Galactus is such a huge threat. Doom might be a larger threat than Galactus. That's going to be, I'm interested. You've piqued my curiosity. I do want to see how they bring in a variant of Tony to be Doctor Doom. And I can see it kind of like what we saw with Loki and Sylvie. So this is a different person. They name themselves even differently. So it's quite possible that when this Victor Von Doom comes over into our 616, that it shocks everybody, especially because he's dead. So it shocks everybody into like, oh my God, it's Tony. And then, I'm kind of imagining him being like, I was Tony and I made a new name or something like that. Kind of like Anakin, I killed Anakin, I'm now Vader, blah, blah, blah. So a part of me, like I said, is excited to see this new take on a Tony variant, although they keep saying it's Victor. So maybe it is really setting up the audience to be like, no, this is a completely different dude. This is not going to be Tony in any means. And I can totally see Robert Downey Jr. pulling that off. Is his face going to be messed up? I've been seeing a lot of posts about the Robert Kirkman 2004 arc with Tony becoming a Doctor Doom, that you can definitely bet your butt that I'm going to look for that. Actually, I need to look for some Doom comics tomorrow. I'm going to Google some Doom comics to pick up, and then I'll grab those tomorrow. That's going to be a lot of fun. I bet all of the retailers are pricing up those books right now. Oh, I hate it so much. But I got kind of excited from that. I kind of want to pick up some Doom books. So that's going to be our hunt tomorrow once we pack up this place, is to look for some books. Anyways, I'm kind of ranting, but the other part of me, beyond the excitement, is kind of not worried, but kind of bored. I was hoping, I think you could have brought in any character actor to play Victor Von Doom. If you just said Doom and then brought out Mads Mikkelsen, brought out somebody else, that place would have erupted. The problem that I'm having is it's kind of like we're going back to the time that everyone loves, mostly because we need the money. But at the same time, who is going to fight this Doom? Are we going to see an Avengers group be created at the end of Brave New World, kind of tussle with the Thunderbolts? And then we're going to have those two groups kind of fight Doom in Secret Wars? We have a lot of work to do. This cannot just be the movies that they announced here. There's definitely going to be some other movies that they have to announce between now and Secret Wars Now and Doomsday, which kind of cool title, but it's also a DC villain. So yeah, a part of me is just like, damn, it's a missed opportunity. Not to say that he isn't going to nail it. He probably is going to destroy. He's probably going to do an amazing job. He's going to kill it. But I don't know. It just feels like, hey, we brought him back. Hey, we brought them back. Come and give us money. Come and give us money. It feels a little bit of an uninspired, but I do want to see what they come up with. Someone did mention online that the Ultimates issue number 4 is going to be a pickup if we are interested in how a Tony Stark becomes Doom, or is Doom. And it looks like the Ultimates issue number 4 is very Doom focused. Now, I don't remember. I need to read issue number 2 and probably 1 again of the Ultimates. I don't remember if they explain who Victor Von Doom is in that universe, but he's like holding pistols, and it's kind of cool. And it's blue instead of a green cloak. It's kind of cool. But man, yeah, who is gonna fight him? And then he's got to have. Doom is crazy. Doom has every single skill set. He's got tech. He's got magic. He's got hand-to-hand combat. He has everything. How are we going to fight him? What is going to fight him? Who is going to fight him? Some big questions. Definitely it's going to take everybody because he is just uber powerful. But I'm definitely going to be reading some Doom comics in the future. I'm actually kind of stoked now that I have to go comics hunting in the morning. Final day of Comic-Con. Kind of sad to see it go. Very sad to see it go. But yeah, that is the San Diego Comic-Con Marvel panel. What are your guys' thoughts on everything that was announced, everything that was shown? Let me know down in the comments below. And thank you so much for watching the video. I know I just read off somebody else's blog posting, but I'm really excited to talk to you guys, see how you're feeling, and yeah, it's Kang is out, Doom is in. So that's a better choice, because Kang got beaten by ants. Anyway, guys, if you liked the video, feel free to subscribe. Also, feel free to smash the like button. Hulk smash the like button. It really does help the channel out, get pushed to new people. And thank you so much for everything. It's been a cool trip, and I hope you guys are liking or enjoying some of the content that we're producing. And there's going to be a couple more videos to come out from this trip, and I do not want to go back to work. Sad face. But yeah, let me know your comments again, and we'll see you next time on Nerddom.